YouTube video where he got real about his feelings for Dave Portnoy, among other things. Dave, as you probably know, hosts a podcast with Bryce's close friend and fellow Sway member Josh Richards. In Bryce's new YouTube video titled Spill or Fill Your Guts, featuring Addison, Noah, and Blake, Bryce and friends have to either spill by answering a juicy question or fill by eating something that is disgusting in front of them. Noah went first, and Bryce asked him to rank the best TikTok star turned musician out of Jaden Hossler, Nessa Barrett, Chase Hudson, and Noah's girlfriend Dixie D'Amelio. Noah, instead of answering the question, took a bite out of a fish sausage, which he said tastes like bologna. So I guess that's not gross, as disgusting as a fish sausage sounds, and that Noah would not rank his girlfriend among other TikTok stars, I guess because he didn't want to hurt any feelings over there. And then the juicy question here, Noah asked Bryce, do you think a 43-year-old man by the name of Dave Portnoy separated Sway? And Bryce, without any hesitation, responds with, quote, I would say he definitely changed the vibes for sure. Is it getting darker in here? Is it getting darker in here, or is it just Dave Portnoy's energy? Then Blake revealed that Bryce had actually pooped his pants the other week and took a photo of him and asked him to show the camera the picture, and Bryce drank oyster juice instead. Apparently there was also drama between Noah, Dixie, and their third wheel, Curtis, as they all went to the beach recently, and Curtis left early, mad. Noah wouldn't spill what happened and ate aged seaweed instead. But now back to the Dave Portnoy drama of it. Dave actually has since responded to Bryce, saying that Dave has this dark energy and that he's probably trying to break apart the Sway house. Dave hilariously, or I guess it was coming from actually his podcast with Josh Richards, BFF's Pod, there's a video you can see now where it's playing Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license. And in this scenario, Dave has likened Bryce to Olivia Rodrigo. Dave is the girl with the blonde girl, or Sabrina Carpenter, and Josh is appropriately Joshua Bassett. And so Dave is kind of leaning into this whole, I guess, best friendship triangle between him, Bryce, and Josh. And the video, Dave also clarifies that he is 43 years old and that he is worth, I guess, $120 million, which is a lot of money. I don't know how that'll be now with what's going on with the whole Robin Hood thing, but that is very interesting, very funny response. I would actually really love to see Dave and Bryce have a conversation. I mean, it's also not surprising that Bryce feels this way about Dave. This is not the first time that he's called Dave an old man or a grandpa, and it does seem like Dave is at least coming in between Bryce's friendship and business partnership with Josh Richards. So back to Bryce's video. Bryce also asked Blake, quote, out of all of the Sway boys who fell off the hardest? Blake first looks at Griffin, and then Blake says Keo, which might explain how after that video was released, TikTok insiders noticed that Bryce and Addison both weren't following Keo, and Keo wasn't following Bryce. But Keo actually responded to this post by saying, quote, I don't remember unfollowing Bryce, and yes, we're fine. Skull emoji. Also, Keo apparently is not in LA at the time, and he just went live talking about that situation. So I think by fell off, it's just he's not physically with the Sway guys. I think they are all fine, though, it sounds like. Next, Addison was asked Noah to rank the D'Amelio family members from best to worst, and Noah took a bite out of a dried fish, which he said looked like a scab. I really hope you guys aren't eating as I'm going through this. Addison also wouldn't respond to which brand she has once endorsed that she never either used or that she hated, and instead ate some anchovies. Yeah, I mean, Addison is always endorsing things. I feel like there are so many sponsored posts or like merch that she gets that she's always posting on Instagram. But Addison's a smart cookie. She knows that she would never speak badly about her brand or a person because she doesn't want to ruin future opportunities, which I think is very smart. Bryce also asked Addison, out of all the celebrities that she collaborated and worked with, who was the worst? Because, you know, Addison has collaborated with a ton of celebrities. Of course, Addison also would not answer that question, and she ate sardines with oyster juice in it instead. Addison also asked Bryce if he ever hooked up with one of the Sway boys' girlfriends, and Bryce called that question ridiculous and then ate an oyster instead. And Addison was also asked who is her least favorite Kardashian, which she would not answer, and ate an old fish instead. Also, this just in, it appears that Addison will be making an appearance in the final season of The Kardashians on E! We just got that news, so it makes sense why she's not saying who's her least favorite Kardashian. Blake also referred to Blake also refused to rank the Sway house's girlfriends out of Addison, Dixie, Nessa, Mads, and Amelie, which again is a little bit more confirmation from what we went live with yesterday, that Josh and Nessa are officially back together if they're calling Nessa Josh's girlfriend. And so Blake wouldn't rank the girlfriends of the Sway house, so he had some ghost pepper hot sauce instead. Okay, so I want to see how you guys are feeling about all of this. What do you guys think about the whole, like, you know, Dave versus Bryce? Is there going to be a winner there? Let's see what you guys think about that. What do you guys think about Dave versus Bryce? Anyone? Yeah, I know the Lopez situation, Ava. I know a lot of you guys are asking about it. We try to not touch upon subjects that deal with grooming or, you know, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't feel appropriate for our fan base, but we have been getting a lot of requests on it. And we do, I mean, TikTok Room is doing a great job kind of breaking it down. It definitely seems like everyone is separating themselves from him. They don't want to be associated with him, which I think makes sense. I mean, we know that the Lopez brothers have been very problematic, and this definitely seems like it's hit ahead, so we don't condone what is going on there. Hello, Emily, should you come to LA after COVID? Yes, I think if you have the vaccine, right now things are a little grim. Restaurants are back being open up, which is really good, but also bad because their death rates are still really high. They recently had to change air quality or like the limit of like, so they could cremate bodies. It's like really, it's bad here. Like the rates are very high. People are not staying safe. We hope they stay safe, but at least it's good that the businesses are coming back. Emily thinks that Bryce took the joke too far. I mean, I think that this is classic Bryce. I feel like anytime, if Bryce has like kind of a little bit of a tiff with someone, he will just keep leaning into it. And Dave is also feeding into it as well. This is kind of giving me Bryce and Thomas Petro flashbacks. Obviously, that feud is over, so I feel like Bryce needs a new enemy. And it seems like Dave Portnoy is it. Yes, Hannah, I really hope you become an actress after COVID, but hey, even though COVID is happening, Hannah, you could still make TikToks, you could still show the world on social media your acting abilities, and best of luck to you. I have been wondering about Jessa too, Abigail, and it actually looks like it is on. I mean, we keep on getting the confirmation. The fact that Blake and Bryce and all of them were calling Nessa and basically think of Nessa as a Sway house girlfriend and the same ranks as Addison and Dixie and Amelie and Mads. I mean, also, I think that is confirmation that those are the official Sway house girlfriends. I also feel like, you know, all the Sway boys appear to be coupled off. We also have confirmation, which we're going to get into a little bit later, that Cynthia Parker and Quentin Griggs are okay this whole time. All of that drama when we thought they were broken up, Cynthia had just confirmed that she is cuffed on her TikTok. She also had posted some videos with Quentin in her spam TikTok account. So Cynthia and Quentin are fine. So it kind of seems like, with the exception of Keo and Griffin, that most of the Sway boys are in relationships right now, which is like good for them for Valentine's Day. I have to look into see if, I know Keo asked a girl out for Valentine's Day, Alea. I'm curious if that ended up working out. Oh God, so we're so happy that you love this channel so much and that we're your favorite tea spinning channel. I love you so much. I wish I could pronounce your name. That's a hard username to pronounce. Yes. Natalie said apparently the blonde girl references from a Girl Meets World episode. Yes, it is. We actually covered this. You can look at this video of the breakdown of it, that a TikToker had found out that Sabrina Carpenter and the whole like driver's license song about the blonde girl, and also the line about we could have been friends in another life, that there is a reference to this in a Girl Meets World episode from years ago where this character who is friends with Sabrina's character and they're like best friends reads a poem about the poem with the girl with the long blonde hair, which people are like, oh my God, this girl's Olivia. And then she also says the line in her poem that we could have been friends in another life, which is almost identical to Sabrina Carpenter's post. So it's crazy. Yes, Ava, we do stan Anthony for being unproblematic. Both Anthony and Ivani, they are both class acts. I love them so much. I think it's so great that they really kind of, they're always hustling, they're doing their own thing, they stay out of the drama. And to the point that I forgot, yes, Ivani is another Sway girlfriend because she is dating Anthony. Doy. Brenna, what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the drama between Bryce Hall and Dave Portnoy. We're talking about Bryce Hall's latest YouTube video where they did spill or Phil and answered some questions, and some tea was spilled. We heard about that basically Bryce, again, does not like Dave Portnoy. He kind of thinks that Dave Portnoy is a reason that the Sway House has kind of had a little bit of a rocky background. Dave Portnoy had responded to Bryce, kind of comparing the situation to driver's license. In this case, Bryce is Olivia Rodrigo, Dave Portnoy is Sabrina Carpenter, and Josh is Joshua Bassett in this funny thing. Thank you so much, Lamia. We love you too. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Does Anthony live at the Sway House? You know, Gray, I don't know that for sure. I think so. I mean, I know he is affiliated with it. I know that when Josh recently did his video where he put a snake in Nessa's car and he went to the Sway House to have people come out, that Anthony was one of them, so maybe. But hey, you know what, guys? We are going to play, it is that time. It is that time for some trivia. We are going to do some Sway House trivia. If it's your first time playing Hollywire Live trivia, what you're going to see is you're going to see some questions next to me. I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to give you all the options. And then in the comments, you let me know what you think is the right answer. And whatever has the majority, I will pick. But also make sure you keep score, because I will be giving shout outs to the people with the highest score who are the biggest Sway House fans. All right, guys, first question for you. When was the Sway House started? Was it started in 2020? Was it started in 2021? Was it started in 2018 or 2019? What year was the Sway House started? Let's see what the comments are saying. What year was the, okay, I got one for 2019, I got one for 2018, I got one for 2020. Lots for 2020, we're kind of split, so 2019 and 2020. Which one is it? I mean, we know it's not, I don't think it's 2018, I don't think it's 2021. I'm getting a majority of 2019. I'm gonna go with 2019 because that does seem right. Let's see if that is correct. No, oh God, I messed that up. It was 2020. Hard to tell because we did go to the Sway House. We did an interview. We got a tour there. You guys can check out that video later. And I think that video went up in early 2020. But yes, it's possible they had started it at the end of 2019. Okay, guys, who is not a member of a Sway House? Is it Bryce Hall? Is it Keo Sear? Is it Alex Warren? Or is it Quentin Griggs? Who is not a member of the Sway House? Getting a lot of Alexes. Yep, Alex. You all think it's Alex. Alex, speaking of tea, he also is in trouble for when he ran over his girlfriend Cover's Toyota with a G-Wagon. We'll have that story for you guys soon. All right, is it Alex? Yes, that is correct. Alex Warren is not a member of the Sway House, but all those other guys are. Who is a member of the Sway House? Is it LeRae? Is it Nate Wyatt? Is it Taylor Holder? Or is it Griffin Johnson? Who is a member of the Sway House out of those guys? Who is the member of a Sway House? Is it Griffin? Is it LeRae? Is it Taylor Holder? Is it Nate Wyatt? Griffin. We're getting lots of Griffins. Yes, Griffin. That is what you guys are thinking. That's the majority. Yes, it is Griffin. As we know, Taylor and Nate are members of the Triller compound, and LeRae, I don't know what house he's affiliated with, but he is not a Sway member. Where is the Sway House located? Is it located in the Hollywood Hills, Calabasas, Bel Air, Studio City? They have moved a lot, so this could be a trick question. Where is the Sway House located? Hollywood Hills, Calabasas, Bel Air, or Studio City? I'm getting some Bel Air and I'm getting Hollywood Hills. Bel Air, Hollywood Hills, Bel Air, Hollywood Hills, Bel Air. That's a new one. Hollywood. Oh my God, you guys are split between Bel Air and Hollywood Hills. Which one do you guys think it is? Is it Bel Air or Hollywood Hills? Who is the real Sway expert and knows the answer for this? Hills. Okay, I'm gonna go with Hollywood Hills because I remember them getting, like, I know the old house was in Bel Air and I know they moved, so I'm thinking the new house is in the Hollywood Hills. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you guys. No, it is Bel Air. I guess it's Bel Air, but it's further away from other houses, which was the problem. They had a lot of noise complaints. Who is the youngest member of the Sway House? Is it Bryce Hall? Is it Keo Sear? Is it Griffin Johnson? Or is it Quentin Griggs? Who is the youngest member of the Sway House? Guys, I'm sorry I am doing so badly at this, but hopefully you guys are doing better. Who is it? Quentin. I'm getting a lot of Quentins. Lot of Quentins. Okay, I'm gonna go with Quentin because I know that Cynthia, even though a lot of people think, Quentin's girlfriend Cynthia, even though a lot of people think she's much older, she is only 16 years old, so my guess is Quentin is also young. Yes, that is correct. Quentin Griggs is the youngest member of the Sway House. And now, on the other side of it, who is the oldest member of the Sway House? Is it Griffin Johnson? Is it Bryce Hall? Is it Anthony Reeves? Or is it Keo Sear? Who is the oldest member of the Sway House? Who it is? Who is it? Oh, I got one for Bryce Hall, one for Griffin, one Bryce, one Griffin, Bryce, Griffin. I think it's Griffin because Bryce had recently turned 21 and Griffin recently turned 22. And I remember that because I'm a Swiftie, and I guess Griffin's also a Swiftie because he captioned his photo of his 22nd birthday. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. So I think it is our man Griffin. I know they call him Grandpa. Yes, Griffin is the oldest member. He is the grandpa of the Sway House, although 22 is very, very young still. Who is Anthony Reeves currently dating? If you were paying attention, we had talked about this earlier. Is Anthony Reeves dating Kourtney Anand, Avani Gregg, Addison Ray, or Kellyanne Stankus? Who is Anthony Reeves currently dating? Who it is? Who is it? Who is it? Yes, Avani Gregg across the board. No one thinks it's anyone else. It is definitely Avani Gregg. Okay, let's make sure. Yes, Avani Gregg is the correct answer. And then the last one, who is Blake Gray currently dating? Is Blake Gray dating Addison Ray, Sommer Ray, spelled differently, Charlie Jordan, or Amelie Zibler? Who is he currently dating? Who is Blake Gray currently dating? Is it Addison? Is it Sommer? Is it Amelie? Yes, you guys are saying Amelie. I'm thinking that's two. I think that's also correct. It is. Okay, guys, I didn't do that great. I got a 6 out of 8. You guys know which ones I got wrong. I now know the Sway House is in Bel Air. It is not in the Hollywood Hills. And there was another one I got wrong, which I forget now. Oh, when the Sway House was founded, 2019, not 2020. How did you guys do? Let me know how you guys did. If you got a 8 out of 8, we'll give you a shout out. Okay, Brianna got an 8 out of 8. Congratulations. Lamia, 8. Congratulations. Natalie, 4 out of 8. It's okay. Better luck next time. Lita, 8 out of 8. Congratulations, girl. Emily, 8 out of 8. You go. Lamia, 8 out of 8. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Lita, 8 out of 8. Amazing. Mariana got an 8 out of 8. You go, girl. Ava, 7 out of 8. That's okay. That's okay. We got a lot of you guys are really doing so well with this. Angie, dang, 7. It's okay, Angie. Gray, 6 out of 8. Same. Natalie, 8 out of 8. Congrats. Mariana, 8 out of 8. Michaela, 8 out of 8. Wow, you guys are doing so well. Mariana, 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8 to Ola. Congratulations, Ola. Abigail, 8 out of 8. You guys are crushing it. Wow. Roberta, 8 out of 8. Abigail, 8 out of 8. Natalie, Sterling, 8 out of 8. Just Neva, 8 out of 8. Ola, 8 out of 8. Congratulations. Abigail, 8 out of 8. Wow, you guys are amazing. This is so good. I am so proud of you. You guys are real big Sway House fans. You know what's up. You know all the tea. You know everything about them. That is really cool. Rebecca, 8 out of 8. Good job. Alyssa, 8 out of 8. Wow. Livy Bug, 8 out of 8. Good, congratulations. Hello, Alyssa Garcia. Congratulations for that 8 out of 8. Just Ali got a 7. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It happens. Sway for life, says Abigail Buckley. Yes, Emily says an 8 out of 8. I love this. Sway for life indeed. Oh, Ava, thank you for loving my hair. It is fake. Thank you so much. So Brianna wants us to know, do you know the part where Addison asked the question? It was pre-planned and it was a joke. I mean, I'm sure that some of it was pre-planned. I also feel like they probably had to know what some of these questions were ahead of time and how they were going to respond. Because I do think that they like to keep a little bit of privacy and there are certain lines that could be crossed. So yeah, I think Addison knew it was up. I mean, that whole question that she asked Bryce, that clip is also going viral if Bryce had ever hooked up with any of the other Sway girlfriends. And Bryce wouldn't answer that. I mean, it is possible, but I thought it was really funny when she asked the question to Noah as well. And we all know the answer, that Dixie was at one point Griffin Johnson's girlfriend, so Noah did do that. Oh, thank you for calling me an amazing host. You're an amazing audience member. Thank you so much. Who is my favorite Sway member? Rebecca asks. I don't know, guys. I feel like I've been covering these boys for a year now. I love them all. I feel like it's really hard to pick favorites. I think instead, I'll tell you, I think that if I was to give them awards, like Sway awards, like an Oscar award, I would give Griffin Johnson an award for most improved, because I think that he started off being really problematic. Now he's doing great. Bryce Hall, I would give him the award for most improved boyfriend because of how amazing he is to Addison Ray now. Josh Richards, I would give him an award for being the most business savvy, because I think everything he's doing with his businesses and his investments, I think he's being really smart. I think that's great. I'm just gonna tell you things I like about all the Sway members. How about that? Kyocera, I think his acting is great. I think it's really cool. Also, I think Kyocera is the most mysterious when it comes to who he is dating. Quentin is going to get a little bit of a most dramatic for what had just happened between him and Cynthia. They're fine now, but that does seem like a little drama there. Anthony Reeves, I think him and Ivani definitely should get an award for just being such a great couple and for being the best at separating their relationship from like having the best boundaries and balance. Noah, of course, biggest breakout star of the Sway House, I would say so. Those are just some of the things. Jaden Hossler, I mean, that best cover of Driver's License through Jaden Hossler. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but guys, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Sway House and this drama between Bryce versus Dave Portnoy? What do you think will happen with this? Let me know your thoughts. I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.